By 2030, the country of Indonesia will become one of the largest economies in the entire world, and its former capital city, Jakarta, which has been replaced, will be the world's biggest megacity, finally surpassing Tokyo, Japan's capital, due to its aging population and Jakarta's robust growth. However, there is just one problem with Jakarta. It is sinking, and so much so that it is called the fastest sinking city in the entire world. So the question is, why are the governments and corporations still betting big on the city's future regardless of its submergence risks? Will Indonesia's former capital still stand as an economic hub for the country, and will it even grow further? Before we move on, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe for more. The capital of Indonesia, or actually the former capital as it relocated its capital, is still a massive economic city. It is still dubbed as the economic hub of the country, contributing by as much as 34% to the national gross domestic product. And experts suggest that Jakarta will still remain as the economic center of the country, regardless of the capital relocation. Hence why both the public and private institutions of the country cannot let this massive amount of economic activity lay to waste. So much so that they are even planning bigger initiatives for its future, such as the push for further urbanization and massive developments in and around Jakarta. These are indications that Jakarta is still being pushed for economic activity. The most notable ones serving the future megacity are the likes of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway, one of the country's most amazing transportation projects ever in its history, as it aims to make traveling as efficient as ever. Jakarta is also seeing the construction of several mass rapid transit lines or MRT, such as the Jakarta MRT and Greater Jakarta MRT. Furthermore, these are not the only ones on the list of upcoming and future projects. There are quite a vast more out there waiting. These are very much needed as Jakarta is expected to grow to over 250,000 people annually. These endeavors pursued are clear evidence that the governments and corporations are still keen on its future. But does this mean that they have plans to fix its problems? Well, studies have already found that 25% of the capital area will be submerged by 2050, which means that there is only an ample amount of time to stop it. Moreover, there is actually a vast amount of problems it needs to address in order to become a mega-economic city that has a grand future. First, the problem of rising waters is currently being addressed in many ways, stopping the massive developments that are contributing to the sinking of the city, building strong flood controls such as the 32-kilometer-long giant seawall starting from the city of Tangerang all the way to the port of Tanjung Priok, and might as well the relocation of the capital city as a solution in order to spread out the investments concentrated in Jakarta and thus slowing down excessive developments. Second, the problem which it hates the most: traffic congestions. These congestions, according to data, cost about $7 billion annually, or 100 trillion rupiahs. Thankfully, however, this is being met with solutions every year, with projects mentioned above on public transportation being its biggest move. Nevertheless, even if these problems are not dealt with, there is still a huge amount of opportunity and growth within the future for Jakarta. These problems are just slowing or removing opportunities. But as Jakarta itself is such a massive city, it has a massive opportunity entitled within it. One day, it will stand beside some of the biggest economic cities around the world, such as Tokyo, Mexico City, New York, Delhi, and so much more. The biggest growth the city can experience within the near future lies in its digital transformation. Given that the locals are digitally savvy consumers, we can expect the accelerated growth of emerging technologies. Studies found that Indonesians are among the most engaged population in the world, spending as much as 6 hours a day online. Hence why we can see its digital economy take off and valued at a whopping $125 billion by 2025. Having a big digital-savvy population, small to medium enterprises can thrive in making money, as there are a lot of consumers to have. These are both positive and negative to the businesses, as it enables them to be more innovative but might as well have tougher competitions. A digital society will inevitably one day become an economic powerhouse, similar to the one in Tokyo where everything is technological and innovation is sprung up every single day. This type of framework may one day be Jakarta's, where society lives and breathes technology.